What up, my brothers and sisters? I wanted to share with you this story coming out of my home state of Michigan. As you can see, it's for the LGBTQ, the alphabet community, the confused people who don't know they want to be a woman or a man, homosexuals. But anyway, the petition to create LGBTQ protections in Michigan's civil rights law appears short on signatures, and this was posted 6 hours ago. Today is July 9th, 2021. And you see the rainbow flag that was photographed on the campus of Western Michigan University in Kalamazoo, Tuesday, June 21st of 2016. A new report from the State Bureau of Elections found a petition for a ballot proposal seeking to prohibit discrimination based on sexual orientation and gender identity lacks enough signatures to move forward. Fair and Equals Michigan needs 340,047 valid signatures to be successful, but a review of a random sample of signatures suggests the effort will come up short. The Board of State Canvassers will meet Tuesday, July 13th in Lansing to consider a recommendation not to certify the petition. Supporters of the petition hope to create protections for the alphabet community under the Elliott Larson Civil Rights Act, which prohibits discrimination on the basis of religion, race, color, national origin, age, sex, height, weight, familial status, or marital status. The Michigan Supreme Court recently announced it will take on a lawsuit that centers on whether the existing law covers discrimination based on sexual orientation and gender identity. The group's goal was to get the issue in front of voters on the November 22 ballot, or the state legislature could have bypassed the election and enacted as law. Fair and Equal Michigan co-chair Trevor Thomas expressed optimism that the petition had enough valid signatures during a Thursday interview before the Bureau of Elections released its recommendation. Josh Hovey, a spokesperson for Fair and Equal Michigan, said the effort isn't over yet. The Bureau of Elections threw out the thousands of signatures that are valid, and we will fight for every valid signature so no voters are disenfranchised. Hovey said in a statement. The Department of State has failed to issue rules as mandated by the legislature since 2005 to establish standards for determining the validity of petition signatures. For this reason, any determination made by the department staff is inconsistent with the requirements of Michigan's election law. A total of 468,830 signatures were submitted in October 2020. Of those, 23,530 were thrown out during an initial review. The Bureau of Elections reviewed a random sample of 502 signatures and only found 337 were valid, which falls short of a 398 signature threshold to certify the petition and a 369 signature threshold to pull a second sample. Based on the result of the random sample, the Bureau estimated only 298,943 of the required 340,047 signatures are valid. Most of the signatures were invalidated due to the signer's voter registration status. Other issues included address errors and signatures that did not match. Michigan just started officially recognizing Pride Month, but its roots run deep. And this is posted June 30th. Never mind, I won't be reading that. You know, I wanted to share this with you because they're trying to get protections. But who's going to protect the children from these animals who call themselves the alphabet community? They're literally shoving homosexuality down the throats of innocent children. And most importantly, they really shoving it down the throats of black us to accept this lifestyle, which goes against the laws of nature, which I cannot express enough. You cannot produce a child with two men. Two women, possibly. Not two men. I mean, either way you look at it, if you accept it, that's you. Me personally, I don't accept it. I'm disgusted by it. And I stand by that. This is part of the sexual component that they use. A bunch of confused individuals who want to be something by nature they will never be. You cannot change DNA. What gets me though is how they dissed that young sister who no longer going to the Olympics because she smoked some weed. And you got a whole transgender female going to the Olympics. And we know that transgender, which is another word for homosexual, is a man. If they want to talk about creating laws to protect them, what about creating laws to protect the children from the alphabet community? Why not create law for when a homosexual male transgender into a female goes out on a date with a man thinking that's a female, and in truth it's a man? There ought to be a law against that. But, this country, for the most part, is driven by homosexuals. They want us to focus so much on the rights of the alphabet community that they're not even talking about the Fukushima incident that's killed the Pacific Ocean. They also been sending poisoned rice to our brothers and sisters in parts of Africa. And just recent, the Haitian Prime Minister was just assassinated, and his wife is in the hospital. But they want us to focus on the alphabet community. I give the middle finger to the alphabet community, especially for the children. If they want to be fair with these laws with the alphabet community, they also need to put laws in place to protect the children from the alphabet community as much as they shove this shit down these children's throats with these cartoons and drag queen story times. You can like, comment, and subscribe to the video. I appreciate your thoughts. I love you, my brothers and sisters. Black us forever. Let's defend black us so we can multiply and finally conquer and take our rightful place